Man, I messed up so bad. Let's get right into the video. Hey, what up, guys? I'm Cheddar's. I make shitty one-take videos on YouTube in hopes to help new players out, especially those that are on console, get into this beautiful game that I love called Path of Exile. I am doing a quick little video update on where we're at. I haven't had time to make other videos or anything else. It's just been a really shitty week for me. Last couple weeks, actually. I haven't had much time to play at all. So you're getting off work, coming home, maybe you got a couple hours to grind, do some stuff. I have so many things that I'm trying to do in this game, and it's really pissing me off. But we just did our first shaper shaper fight, and I completely botched it. It was terrible. I've been farming the Maven, so I had the Maven map device set, as you see on the top here, the Maven witness for the shaper, which I did not intend to do, and he ate my lunch. Oh my gosh. It really wasn't that bad. Like, I could take the damage. I couldn't take the shaper slam, but I could take a little bit of the beam. I could stand the beam for a second, move out. You know, it was fine as long as you were playing correctly, kiting. The biggest problem I had was because the Maven kept regenning him. It was terrible. Like, I was just trying to go for the fragment farm. You know what I mean? And it's really not that big a deal because I'm running the Maven Atlas strategy right now. If I can get that popped up. By the way, as a disclaimer, I have the shittiest hardware right now. I could barely make videos, so I appreciate those who stick with me, but my left stick drifts to the left, so if I can't focus on a node, it's because my controller is completely scuffed, and I'm working on getting a new one, but I'm just going to do this for now because I'm a scrub, and I work with what I got, so that's just how I'm raised. But we're doing the invitation farm method, which, if for those who don't know, we're taking vivid memories for synthesized drop chance. We're taking, see what I'm saying? I can't get my cursor onto the node. Just bear with me. Remnants of the past for final map bosses to drop the Elder Guardian map, and it's a 3% chance for Elder and Shaper Guardian, T14 plus of course, which we are running, and then the Conqueror's maps. So we're trying to farm up all the maps, and then we take the Maven node that gives us gives the Maven a chance to spawn additional map bosses, which I believe effectively gives you a higher chance to drop more maps so that you can farm up more fragments, so on, so to speak. So my map tab's looking kind of like, let's see here. Map tab's looking kind of slim, but you know, I'm trying to farm up these harder ones, and I'm running them as I get them, or not as I get them, but I'm just going to stock them up and then run them. I need the Purifier, then I can run the Twisted, and we're close to running our first Maven. Where are we at here? Fragments. We got 7 writs, or 7 splinters, and we can actually roll them up pretty good, so we get a higher chance to drop more than just one, with the quantity wheel and stuff like that in the Atlas tree. So the main idea with the Atlas is that you take whatever strategy you're running, and I just so happen to be running Expedition and Harvest, so the map's going to look like this. We are doing we are doing a what is this? The Stream of Consciousness, because we're still broke. We don't have a pool of scarabs yet to be able to roll on, and we might actually go into growing hordes once we start getting more scarabs. Anyway, apologize. Moving forward, though, it's just a very simple strategy. I'm not going to go over all the things that I'm doing. It's just very simple. This is a harvest and an expedition strategy, plus we're map farming. So we're not, I wouldn't say boss rushing, but what we're doing is we're doing the expedition and the harvest as we go. So I did do a couple of things with the build. I don't remember the last video, so to speak, as far as what I went over, but we just kind of went over like build upgrades. And for the most part, I believe it's the same. There's no differences to anything that we had on the last video. But I kind of want to go over something here because I want to talk about bad habits in Path of Exile for new players. Okay. I will be putting out a video for like more like super beginner friendly, you know, but I feel like this is like intermediate knowledge. But let me find this. Okay, so don't ever do something like this. First disclaimer. I often do these are like smart shitty decisions to make. Let's call it that. Like, I can use this right now and it's an upgrade. Let's just say that it is an upgrade for the weapon, but it's like I'm not going to get much out of it compared to what I already have here. So as you see, I have a pretty high, let me just do that. Okay, so as you see, I have a pretty high fire damage percentage. This is item level 73. I've been wearing this for the longest. Check out my other videos. This has been my scepter. This is baby girl, basically. Sorry, we're after work and we're sipping, so bear with me. Like I said before, shitty one-take videos. Anyway, we got the fire scepter, and it's got a decent rolled flat fire or percent fire, and then we have, you know, a bunch of shitty mods. And the only thing that we're really getting off this is the damage over time multiplier, and then the crafted fire damage over time multiplier, and then obviously the percent fire. So how is that comparable to a +1 fire, decent fire damage roll? This could be better. This is a crafted roll, and then, you know, cold damage to spells, and then increased critical strike chance. Well, first things first, that increased critical strike chance is not for spells. That's for the base weapon. That's an attack crit. So as far as I know it, that's not going to apply to your spells. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's half bait, half not, but it's like, it's still an upgrade to what I'm using. However, I'm using something that's going to be beneficial throughout a lot of the content in the game. I could probably even, I'm able to do the bosses right now with the weapon. I want an upgrade. I'm currently crafting on it right now, trying to make it happen. But we're doing a lot of different upgrades. We're doing an amulet upgrade. We're doing a scepter upgrade. All these things. And it's really hard to juggle this with what little time we have to play, and it's hard, as you know. So what I want to kind of highlight here is that this scepter is something that I played around with. I wanted to mess around with it a little bit. I got +1 fire skills, and I had cold damage to spells, and then I had the critical strike chance, and I crafted the multi-mod. I added the fire damage, and I crafted the other mod. So this is the traditional recipe where you, for those who don't know, you sell, I think it's 40% of a fire tag mod gem for a white scepter will give a +1 to all fire skills, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I even have those. Just curious. Let me see real quick. See, this is the drift on the stick. It's terrible. Let's see. Fire tag. Quality. And for those that are watching, let this be some information. This is a crude way to search through things and find stuff. So what we're looking for is the fire tag, and we're looking for, so this is Infernal Cry, 20 fire, and this is Anomalous Anger, 2020. So we're not gonna sell it, but I'm just gonna use this as an example. Believe me, I'm keeping my Anomalous Anger. Let's find a scepter real quick. White scepter. Okay, let's see. This one is nothing interesting. Perfect. Let's go to our one scourer. My currency tab is abysmal. Don't look at it. Don't you dare look at it. Okay, so here we go. We have a white scepter, and we have 40% quality on a fire tag gem. If you look at the very top of the gem, you'll see that it has a fire tag. So all you need is 40% quality. I think it's 40. It will look stupid if it's 20. We need 40% quality and a white scepter, and you will get a +1 to level of all fire spell skill gems. It's a very good craft, and there's plenty of videos to look up how to go further on that. We're not going to do that here, but that's basically where this one came from. I did a +1 level all fire skill gems. I was just trying to like craft what I could to get myself an upgrade, and this is technically an upgrade. So if I were to throw it in, I mean, let's just take a look at the tooltip. Fire trap right now is doing 82,944 on the dot damage. If I were to throw this bad boy in, it goes up to 91,598. Pretty significant, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go further. Let's go Frostblink. This is the clear skill. This is how we're getting through packs. 76,332 on the dot damage. And if we put that bad boy in, we go down, it goes to 71. So we're losing clear. Why are we losing clear? Well, because this is a cold skill and a fire skill that we're running together. Check out Subtractum's fire trap video, Elementalist, you know, so you can figure it out. I've been plugging it in my last videos, you know, this is where I'm getting my information from. But it's like you get to a give and take, like what do you want to do? And the clear speed I have right now, I don't want to lose that. It's super nice to be able to knock out gold or rare monsters as you go through them, the elites, and do all that kind of stuff. And you want to be able to have all those all that damage and that proliferation with that. So I'd rather have the clear right now, and I'm not suffering that much from the boss damage. It's not going to be that significant enough to give me the desire to run this scepter, even though it is an upgrade technically, because we're a fire trap build at the end of the day. This is a bosser. This is why this build is so good, in my opinion, is because it's easy to put together, it's super smooth, and you get to scale boss DPS like insane. So the idea is you want to do fire damage, you want fire skills, you want plus all skills, and then you throw your Frostblink on a glove like this. So as you see, my glove has +2 to socket of AoE gems, and it also has it has +2 to socketed AoE gems, which gives it +2 to the skill, and I'm also running a corrupted Frostblink for the additional level. So this is sufficient enough to get you where you need to be, and as long as you're just using this is the clear, you know what I mean? But you don't want to sacrifice anything else. And this is going to scale off dot damage because we're dot built. We're doing ignites. That's what we do. We're an ignite. So for the most part, the only thing we really need to do to upgrade the build is the +2 amulet, which we have. We're officially over 4K. I believe we're over 4K. I hate this. I hate this so much. For those who don't know, okay, forgive my cursor. Like I said, it's really hard to get it going. We are trying to get +2 to all skills. So if we get +2 here, so we don't have a plus amulet at all. Look at this amulet. See? Nothing. We're eventually going to get this Frostblink up to 25 with this amulet, okay? And that's basically where the Frostblink will sit. That's our clear. That's GG. 4-link, it's going to run us through the whole game. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Plus, we're going to be periodically throwing traps. The traps are probably going to get up to around What the hell is it? The traps are probably going to get around to, what is that? 21, 22, 23, plus one on the scepter, 24. Switch out of the shield, 25. And if we get lucky, empower. All right, 25 on a mid-budget, and then if we get lucky and we get a chance to get a Skin of the Lords with an empower, that's going to push us up to 25, close to 29. I believe it's 29, maybe 30. That I'm thinking about it, because it's the empower plus the Skin of the Lords. It's going to add the extra levels to the gem itself. So if you have a level 3 in enhance, or no, not enhance, man, I can't remember, the exceptional gem that gives the extra levels, anyway, that's going to give it another level too, because of the Skin of the Lords. So it's going to be up to like 29 or 30, but for the most part, mid-budget, we're going to be 25 gem level. That's where we're going to sit at for Fire Trap. And then with this craft, with the amulet, we're going to sit at 25 for the Frostblink. So the Frostblink will be set. That's just our clear skill. We're going to run that on the 4-link for the whole time. And that's not exactly how Sub has it set up, but that's how I'm going to have it set up, because this is my bosser, this isn't my clear, and the clear is good enough. I don't mind throwing a couple extra traps. It's no big deal, so it works out for me. But we will eventually get out of the shield as well, hopefully get another +1 out of that. That will carry the Fire Trap to 30. And that's how that works. But for the most part, this is how you do this. You get a fractured amulet that you can work with. It has to be at least item level 75, and we have a 79, and this is a increased damage over time multiplier fracture. So, and I know it's not the best, but this is console. We got to work with what we got. And honestly, if I hit this amulet, this is going to be one of the best items I've made in the game. So let me take this off public so I can actually use the thing. But this is what we do. We try to get +1 to all skill, and then we can basically start the craft. Once we hit +1 to all skill, we have to regal it, and hopefully we get a suffix, so that way we can craft prefixes can't be changed, and then we can mod the harvest craft to get the +1 to all fire skills, and that will give us the +2. So +1 to fire, +1 to all, and that'll give us the sorry, I can't multitask right now, my brain is like melting, but that'll give us +2 to all of our fire, and that's going to bring our trap up even more, and it's going to be super nice. So the idea is you spam. Let's do this real quick so you can get an idea how get into the mode. Get into the mode. I hate it because I hate augmenting after you hit the. So the reason why it does this is because all fire skills. We gotta roll crap past that. We want all skills, not fire skills. So I hate augmenting because it has a chance to just roll the suffix, or yeah, just roll the suffix. So you get, you know, sometimes you don't get a prefix, then you have to augment, and it just throws off your loop. I wish I could just spam alts, and I want to, and I do sometimes, but I feel like you lose value out of not going into the augment like this, you know. So here's the alteration. It re-rolls it, adds a modifier. Oh, but it's still a blue, and you still have a chance at another mod. So you don't want to roll that orb, and you go to the augment, and you have to roll that orb and get to that. So I've done this over 4,000 times, essentially. You see how much I have, and I'm buying and selling, and I'm farming augments like you've never believed, because what we're trying to do is eventually get to where we have plus all skills, and then we can start the craft. If we can land our regal, which is a 50-50, so even after 4,000 attempts at this, I still haven't had the chance to get a 50-50 chance. So it's not guaranteed. If I hit what I want to hit, I still have to regal it. This is a nightmare. Believe me, it's wearing on me because I don't have a lot of time to play, so I don't want to do this a lot, but I really want this amulet. So I'm heavily debating on working with this mediocre amulet right here. Where's it at? Where'd you go? Oh yeah, that's right, I put them in the stash. Hold on, I know where they're at. Alright, so we're... Oh damn, this drift is driving me crazy. See that? That's the controller drift. Those who are still with me and patient and enjoy my videos, I really appreciate you guys. And we'll be putting out a lot more content. We're working on getting the PC, working on getting things set up, man. It's gonna be a slow project, but we got this. But this is my fuck it amulet, you know what I mean? Like we're done rolling, you know. We're gonna try to get +1 to fire onto this somehow. We're gonna work towards it. I think we're gonna do like kind of like a scuffed version of what we're already doing. I just have to get my prefixes and suffixes down. But that's where we're at. We have a +1 to all skill. I bought this for like, I don't know, 10C or some shit like that. It's cheap. It's not that hard to hit, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it's hard to hit for me. I'm over 4,000 deep into this craft, and I still can't hit it. So basically, that's where we're at. And then we're gonna do our bossing. We're farming up invitations so that we can get our bosses done, and farming up currency so that we can buy the miscellaneous invitations. And once I go through that and get all 4 of my void stones, we will farm up and do some Ubers. If I can get these plus levels, and I think I could do the Ubers without the chest piece and all that stuff, and I think I could still do it without the skin of the lords and all that kind of nonsense. And I just want to test my skills for once, because last league I tried to do the whole 4-link crucible trick and it was fine, but I ended up selling the build and made some good money, and ran a what was it, a ice shot Deadeye. Super fun, super great farmer. So I had a great time last league, but I actually want to do Ubers on a character eventually, because I've never done it before, so I think it would be really cool. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off on that. I've been babbling and been sipping too long and I'm a little slurred, if you didn't already tell. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Please hit the like, subscribe, follow, build up my channel. I would love it, man. I'm gonna have a lot more fun coming in some time, I swear. I hope you enjoy this type of content, and it will definitely get better as the future goes on. But everybody have a great time. Be safe out there. I love you guys. Peace, peace.